Okay, I started pulling cards for today, and the first two cards that came out was Strength and the Ten of Wands. And with this energy, it's giving me this kind of like you've had a lot on your plate, or it's taken a lot of strength to start realizing that you're approaching burnout, or that you are on burnout, or that you're operating from a place of lack instead of a place of living in flow state and allowing things to come to you. Just because there's a fear of either a fear of not having enough, like whatever this lack mindset is. And I feel like that you've kind of just acknowledged that and released it, because what the next two cards are that's coming out is the Five of Pentacles in reverse and the Knight of Cups, which means that like the financial situation that you're going through right now is absolutely coming to and the lack mindset is coming to an end. You've put an end to the lack mindset, therefore you've created space for this offer to come in. There's an offer that's going to be coming in, whether it be a romantic or like something that's going to fill up your emotional cup for you to be doing and getting paid to do what you kind of love, instead of like taking positions or taking jobs that are not aligned with who you are, just out of the fear or just out of survival mode. It's almost like that you've been through, you've been operating in survival mode for many, many years, that even though that you're kind of transitioning out of that, it's easy to fall back into that just because there's, I don't know, a situation or a circumstance that pops up and it's like, well, where am I going to get the money? How am I going to survive? Where am I going to, it's all of these kind of past lack mindset questions and kind of taking action off of that. And now that you've kind of overcome what that may, or now that you've brought awareness to that, and you're like, nope, what, 2:02 on the time, nope, we're not going to operate out of that anymore. We've got to like kind of it's almost like take the reins back is what I keep hearing. Take the reins back and go back to the way that you have been operating in this last year or two, where it has brought you so much, the universe has been able to surprise you because you've been able to live in like this open space instead of living from a lack mindset. Therefore, it now can bring in the offers that are aligned with whatever it is that you want to do. Like you're creating space for it to come in, to do like it, when you kind of stop I can't even talk. When you stop operating in the lack mindset, you're able to now see past whatever the fear was holding you back from. With the Four of Cups, yeah, it's kind of like you've been able to kind of pull yourself back up out of this depressive state. When you're in that state, or in the lack mindset, then it's like your awareness or your thinking capacity kind of narrows into this funnel, and all you can see is survival mode. And when you kind of let go of that, even if it's a little scary, even if you don't have all the answers, when you let go of that, the awareness expands, and now you're able to see the creative opportunities that are coming in with the Two of Cups. You're able to align with the people or with yourself. That's really what this is to me. I feel like this is an alignment with your divine masculine and feminine, with yourself, to be able to bring in the things fast, like to bring in the things fast that are meant for you. You got the Eight of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles, where it's like you remembered who you are, and sometimes, like, even if it's for a couple days or a couple days or a couple weeks or whatever it is, you can always go back to living in flow state and reminding yourself that like that version of you is gone. We're not going to go there anymore. And I feel like after the full moon that just happened on Monday, that this is kind of like bringing the awareness back to you, where it's like you kind of got lost in the depths of this Scorpio moon for a little bit, and you needed to shed the things that were creating this lack mindset, where it's like we're not doing that anymore. Then we have the Seven of Pentacles, which is like, okay, now you remember who you are, and let's bring these things to fruition that actually make you happy. And 444 on my timer as I say that. Bring the things that make you happy, because like living in the lack mindset is only going to bring you the same results that you pulled yourself out of before. Yeah, with the devil. Like it's only going to bring you the results of the past survival mode, where it's like that creates anxiety, that creates this this tunnel vision of just figure out how to make ends meet instead of thinking bigger, and having, like, with the Eight of Cups in reverse, where it's like it's brought this fear of moving on or leveling up. That's what it is. It's really brought this fear of leveling up, and you can't see the next level if you're constantly in a state of lack. And with the Five of Cups in reverse, it's like now you're moving on from that state. You are moving on and away from any kind of thoughts that are not conducive to the reality that you want to make. Like, remembering that our thoughts create our beliefs. No, our beliefs create our thoughts that create our reality. With the Ace of Wands and the High Priestess and the Hierophant, like, now you've remembered who you are, so you can move on to the next level. 555 on the time as I say that. You can move on to the next level. Trust your intuition. Know that you've gained the wisdom through all of these other tests and purging sessions where you've done the work and you're capable of handling, even though it feels like sometimes that you're not. Like, that self-doubt is one of the pieces that have to be removed in order to move on to the next level. So constantly keeping your daily practices in order, whatever that may look like, to keep your head, that too, your mind and your heart in sync, to be able to handle the circumstances that come your way, to handle to make the decisions, to think bigger, to be able to keep yourself out of that lack mindset, and your eyes on the prize is what I keep hearing. Keep your eyes on the prize with the Ten of Cups. Like, this is going to bring everything into alignment, as far as, like, this is the last piece within your life. Like, I feel like that you've been working on different sectors, meaning like your home and family, kind of like pulling everything out of that doesn't serve you, and kind of teaching people how to treat you. And now you have this beautiful, social network, whether it be chosen family or regular family. Like, you've gotten this harmony, like, finally situated in that sector of your life. And now it's like, okay, on to the next. Like, you're going to every piece of your life and you're making it the way that you want to make it. 725 on the timer. This is like the end result. Like, keep your eyes on the prize. Don't go fall back into that lack mindset. Have patience with yourself. Know that you're capable of it, and keep going. So I'm going to leave it at that.